everyone. We are back with some more shapes. While we were gone, there was a new update. Not sure if the patch notes are here, but we're on 0.0.0.8. At this point, there's been a few updates. Some added new functionality's been updated. And kind of briefly show off a little bit of that. For example, if we have a space belt, and we have another space belt, it'll automatically build a tunnel. That's pretty neat. They've added pipe gates, so now we can control fluid pipes with belts, or with wires, I mean. So we'll probably play around with some of that here in a minute. But for now, I think we're gonna shove everything all the way over here. We're going to play with fluid piping, so now we're going to configure this. So if it's uncolored, so if color equals uncolor, then it'll go down. Otherwise, it'll shunt it over to the painting here. And because there's a painter here, what we need is now we need mixing. So now we need to see what we can do about a mixing platform. Maybe we can dynamically control that with wires, or we just have everything mixed the entire time, and then just, you know, we'll go with that. We'll just pre-mix all the colors, and then with everything pre-mixed, what we'll do then is just route the and then we'll just route whatever color needs to go to the painter. Or we can route things into the mixer or bypass the mixer. I think we might play with that later, but for now I think this is fine. Alright, so that's making corners. That makes the corners. And then this over here is just our paint platform. So yeah. So yeah, if this equals this, then it goes straight. Otherwise, it shoves everything off to the side. Alright, yep. Alright, that is the logic we're looking for. So we need to get all of this here. How do I want to route this? So I want everything to come in here, I think. I think that would work. Because then I could if I bring everything in here... Oh, this also needs to be brought up. This needs to be multi-layered. Alright, so I need to floor this up. Should be easy enough. Just have to do it. We'll get there when the time comes. You know what? Let's see how this works. Let's just figure out how this works. Alright, so we take that, we bring in the colors. Alright, everything should be coming in here. Nice and easy, and then there's the blue. Okay. Okay, so I have a mixer platform. Alright, so what I want to do is I want to make... Because I can just clone this. Alright, so we can just kind of clone that for the moment. So all of this is going to be one color, and this is going to be another color. So we can do that, and then here we can supply the other color. So in this case it doesn't actually matter, but we do want to get this figured out here. Just so we have it ready, we can add it in. Just kind of build all this in one go, I think. So otherwise, I mean, we could just kind of clone this and then run a stacker to be done with it, but for now... Oh yeah, another thing is visualizations on trains. We can see all the little color icons that everything's got on there. Really nice. So, what I want is this. So one of these is giving me 1,500 liters a minute. Alright. Oh, the simulated pin pusher. We can play with that later. We don't use pins for anything at the moment. A pipe gate. 1,500. Okay, so one of these for every launcher. Okay. Okay, so if this equals... So if this is red, then I'm going to have shuts off entirely. So the pipe gate is just a straight gate, it doesn't... Okay, so it's a straight gate, it does not block anything. Okay. Alright, it doesn't redirect. That's the key. Alright, so this is a stop or go gate. So that's a stop or go. Okay, so what happens if I delete this and then we just make a signal? Null signal obviously doesn't do anything. Okay, so color R turns on, freeze the gate, away it goes. Okay, cool. Great. So then color G. So this is the way this equals is working is, okay. Okay, so obviously G and B are going to work that way. So let's check magenta. So I gotta find a way to figure out mixing. I'm gonna send it to the mixer or bypass it. So you know what, we are going to just pre-mix things, I think. And that'll be the, I think that's what we're just going to pre-mix. So we'll keep this floating around. Alright, so we need to pass everything through here. So I think we need and 3x3 would be nice. However, we might do this on a 2x2 for now. Shape 3x3, 90. Whew, that's a lot. It's going to be a while before we get that. Okay, but I know how this works. This is a stop or go. It doesn't divert. Okay, so this kind of isn't super required. So that just looks at shapes and colors there. Okay, I am turned sideways. Okay, that's why this wasn't lining up, because I turned sideways. So I had a straight up and down to deal with. Okay. So then what I want to do so I want to make mixing setups. Let's do more straightforward mixers. 2, 3, 4, 8 per level. Nope, don't do that. Because what I can do I can take these I can remove that so then I have this layer here. And I can use this one receiver the whole way through. Potentially. I can use jumpers to get this across things if I need to. But for now I have this wire here. Alright, so let's try and build some mixers then. So we need... We know we need 8 per color combo here. Now this will need to come down. In the end, we just want to send everything to everything, and then on the output determine which ones actually leave. I think that'd be the best. Alright, so yeah, so we can pull this signal out. What we want to do is we want to wire this is... Alright, so this is just going to get paint, it doesn't care what color that is. But this needs to send the right paint. You know what? Let's see what we can do with... Both inputs are on. The wire goes out. Okay. Because we could potentially make this like a smart mixing. Alright, so let's just delete those for now. Because if we have... So if it equals red, it just goes out this way. So that's how we're going to roll that. And this will come and this will kind of do a little bit here. Hey Valves, how's it going? So far we just started a little while ago. For about half hour. We've been trying to figure out how to make some wires work with pipes, because it sounds like a lot of fun. Alright, and if I do it this way... I really want bigger platforms for this, but I take what I get for now. Take this, drop it here. So we need to branch off of here and just send this to a bunch of mixers. I don't know that I have enough. I just don't know that I have enough room to make all this happen right here. What I can do... So I can bring that up. That's a little closer. Then I can do sort of the same thing here. Change this to look for, if that's green, just send it on. I'm not liking this. Alright. Something about this just like I did some brainstorming and tried to do some sketching out, but those notes are not helping me right now. Those notes are not helping. Okay, so those all line up like that. And then I need to replicate that here. Hey Raccoon, how's it going this morning? Oh no, sick is quite unfortunate. You at least have the day off? Yeah, I'm doing alright. Doing alright. I've got the day off today. Figured I'd play some Shapes. Get some more of this. I'm trying to play with wires and see what I can do with them. But for some reason, just like trying to work out the actual routing and logic is it's a slow process for me today. Because now I'm almost thinking I gotta scrap all of this and break all of them further apart. If I just pre-mix it and bring in the pre-mixed colors, like that'd work for sure, but I don't know, it just feels... feels like a simple, I mean it works, it just breaks all of this, so I have to move everything over, I just don't have the room for it. Okay, so then I just need to work out, how do you play this game? Well, the goal of the game, let's see, the goal of the game is there are shapes that we find throughout the world, and we have to mine the shapes, and then we take the shapes and so we can pull them out. We pull them out of these asteroids, and then we put shapes on belts. And the goal of that game is to get shapes, from these asteroids into the vortex. And the kind of shapes we're looking for are scattered throughout various milestones, side tasks, and some of those, if we keep putting them in, we get some rewards for producing more and more of them. So then we have all kinds of tools. We have all kinds of tools to play with these. We can obviously a rotator doesn't show you much here. But you see, we can cut squares in half. We can cut them in half. We can rotate them. We can stack them on top of one another. See, now once we stack the half circle on top of the half circle, we have a half circle with a stack on it. And then we get to, and then there's other methods. We can use painting. Obviously, if we find a pool of color, like over here, we can pull paint out of it, kind of like we do with the shapes. And then we can run things through different painting and stuff like that. And then once we've built the shape, we throw it in this hole here, and we make these numbers go up. That's pretty much the goal of the game. And right now I'm actually trying to devise a mixing solution here. Yeah, it is pretty fun. I like it. Because the challenge is, okay, well, how do you make this shape here? So we need, 2 parts of a square, 2 parts of a circle, and then we need to stack another 2 parts of a circle on top of that. But, this layer is, magenta, this layer is white. So we have to run them through different processes. And I have a lot of blueprints and stuff. I can kind of manually just kind of smash everything together fairly quickly. The only thing what I'm very slowly working on right now is actually trying to play with logic gates and wires, so I can sort of automate some of that process. And I can just have one big solution where I just feed it all kinds of different shapes. So for example, this platform here, it's using there's a signal receiver. I just have a signal generator over here, and I'm telling it, I'm just giving it this shape code here. I'm telling it, make this shape, and then that's broadcasting that signal out to all of these receivers here. And then from the receiver, I can see what shape is coming out of it, and I can look at corner pieces, like I can look at a piece of that shape, and I can use some other pieces of wire here, so I can read what's coming in on this belt, and I can kind of manipulate that shape, kind of like I do with the actual shapes themselves, but this just does it as a very logical piece of it. And then I can see, does this shape here, this corner of a star, is that equal? Essentially, it goes through and it, so I break this circle down into just a quarter of it, and I compare it, and then I compare it to, I use wires, and then I compare it here. I put it into these belt filters, and it says, oh, so the shape you're looking for does not equal, so the shape you're looking for does not equal this. So try and move these off to the side somewhere, but there's nowhere for them to actually go. So they just sit there, they just get stuck. But on the other hand, so similarly, this works on squares, and this works on like wedges and diamonds. But then here are the star pieces. Everything is lit up because this is the right shape. So if I break this down into just a quarter of it, I do get this shape, and it lets everything go through. And then I use another series of blocks and platforms here to actually break down the shape into that piece that I'm looking for. And so then there's another piece that I'm working on here, is I'm determining whether I want to actually paint it and paint it a different color. So I use a belt filter here. I can analyze the shape, and I get to see the color of it. And I can use that color. I can use a comparison gate here that says, if this color is equal to this color here, then the pieces will go down this way. Otherwise, they'll go off this way. And then over here, here's a painting module I've built that brings in shapes, brings in the shapes from here, and then it's going to bring in a liquid from this side, and then run them through all these painters, and then everything's going to come back out, and eventually it's going to go through another series of processes that are going to combine it with other pieces. So for example, here I'm doing just the northeast corner, the northeast quadrant of whatever shape I'm working on. So then I want to, essentially, I'm going to copy this, essentially once I get this built once, I can just kind of copy this, and then I can paste it here, and here, and here, make some minor adjustments to make everything line up on the right quadrant. But in the end, then I can take these, and then I can recombine all of the pieces that I generate from here, and recombine them, and then eventually I'll ship them out onto a train, and that train will take this track all the way back here, all the way back to the hub, and deliver things into the vortex. That's the goal. So right now I'm actually going to scrap this here. Yeah, it's kind of like running the computer. It's a relatively simple game overall. Yeah, that's a pretty good comparison. I like that. Alright, so what I want to do is I'm going to take these, I'm just going to remove these belts. Remove those, remove that transport layer, and then we're going to figure out the best way to make these line up with one another. So if I want, because in the end what I can do, because in the end this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, this has 8 inputs or outputs, and there are 7 total colors. So if I make every color and then bring them into here, I can use filters. I can use a belt filter and determine which one needs to go through. But I think that might be a little, I don't know, that might not work as well as I want it to. So I might just do a couple of these ones here to make that comparison. But for now, because I have to route these, I have to build pipes that can help these actually navigate places. So I can have these and then they can tunnel under other ones. So I think what's going to happen is start with this, perhaps, because I can have a red come through this way, and then I need red to go into various mixing platforms. You know what, the more I think about this, the more you know what, because a lot of that's not even getting used. We're going to come back up here, and we're just going to have a stop. Oh no, because now I'm going to need to rebuild all of my trains. Alright, it's got to be done. But we're going to go ahead, we're going to 1, 2, 3, 4 more train slots. And so we need fluid wagons. that's going to... Oh, nope, don't. Alright. So there we go. I now have more space on all my trains here. Wait, no, actually no. Don't do that here. We're gonna break all of these trains again. The trains, what they do is, once I send shapes, I can put them in these loaders, and then the trains will pick them up. The trains will pick them up from these spots here, and when they do, so the trains will pick them up, they'll carry stuff around, and drop it off at unloader stations somewhere else down the line. Actually, what I want to do is I want to take these and then just leave these as they were. But now I need some mixing stations somewhere along the way. You know, we can do that up here somewhere, where I have everything here. We're just going to have everything come up here. And we're going to build Alright, so we're going to build a train stop here, and then we're going to make fluid unloaders. So that'll unload every color. And then I don't have different colored trains yet, so I might want to... So what may happen is this ends up... How far away am I from... Oh, I am pretty far away from getting more research points right now. Oh boy. I can make another color of train and kind of use the same sort of rails. Alright, well, if I'm rebuilding everything anyway... Alright, so... maybe I redo this, so I have trains with shapes and then trains that are just colors. But for now, this is fine. So we're just gonna let these come through. Eventually some trains are gonna roll through with colors on them and unload them wherever here. We're just going to unload them here. So then I want to take these. Alright, they have a bunch of space in between every single one of them. So eventually these trains will roll through. But that's fine. They're working. They're working. We can keep trying to build this in advance. So what I want to do is I want to split these apart. No, because if I break the colors, then I need this to be in a different spot, and I need to rebuild all of these. Which means I should have a separate train line. Because everything's been built with just the colors, the one colors in mind. Oh man, not sure I like this. But this gives me all of the space I need to make that happen. And you build things one way, and then you try and change it, and you gotta change the whole, you gotta change everything, man. Oh, sometimes. Alright, well I can, while I build this, then I will just have a second train. I will prep this to have a second train line handle the other colors. So for here, I need to open my blueprints, open my mixing platforms here. What I actually want to do, I want to rebuild a mixing platform. I think I want to rebuild the mixing platform so that it takes in two different colors, and because of the way mixing ratios work, I think I can get more out of it. Alright, yeah. Hopefully that tea helps out. So this line there. And this comes here, goes there. So if that works there, what I should do is actually run that through a launcher. Is this right? I don't know, this seems too simple. I'm not sure this is right. Oh man. Oh no, because that kills my throughput immediately. So then, I think these ratios work. Alright, so let's bring in 1500, these do 1500, and these catch 750, or these make 750. of painter math is fluid math is really I still haven't fully wrapped my head around it. Uh, but I think this works because if that produces 750 per minute. 1500, 1500, 1500, 1500. It's two for each launcher. So if I make 8 launchers, alright, so 4 launchers needs 8 of these. So that takes in 375 from each color. So 375 of each color is that lines up better. Because that'll be 6,000 in here. Divided by 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. 6,000 divided by 16. That is okay. Yeah, this works. Okay, good. Okay, and so that's a full. If I use everything it possibly can. All right, so let's go ahead and just. Make 3 layers of that. I'm going to save this blueprint as mix. Goes in painting. Save. Alright. So that works for that. So now I need to get three of these because that handles various color combinations here. So if I get red in here, and then I'll need to get red. So I'll need green there. So then if I branch this off, So that's going to make my yellow. That's going to make my cyan. This should make the magenta. Excellent. Alright, so that makes... all of those, and now I need to make a... So now I need a white mixer. Let's go ahead and actually build that on one of these threes. I think that'll work best. Alright, let's figure this out. So we need... Alright, so let's get red to go up there. Alright, so let's do that. That gets the green. Excellent. And now the blue. Alright, and that should get me blue. Yes. Man, this looks like a mess, but you know what? It works, so I'm not gonna complain. I'm not gonna complain at this point. So I know this works for two colors. Ooh, it's gonna take some... Maybe I don't use one of those. Alright, so yeah, that definitely looks like it's getting me the right throughput that I'm looking for. Because soon enough I'm going to have to route these into another line. So what do we need? We need... I might go ahead and just... This will get the job done. May not be as much throughput as over here, but honestly, as long as it gets the job done, I'm not going to complain too much. I'm sure this could be more efficient, but for now, it's working, and honestly, that's really what matters. So we need so what we need then is we need so let's see how this goes. So if I want, because now I want loaders again. So fluid loaders, red, green, blue, cyan, magenta, yellow, white. Down here. We're just going to smash all of that. We're just going to delete all of that nonsense here. So there's going to be another set of unloaders here. Cyan, magenta, yellow, white. Those aren't too far off. I don't like that. So if I want to use different trains, goes there, just like that. Right, and then all I need is, because then I can just make a one-tile platform that has this. Color is R. Then I have that. Then I'm rebuilding flow control pipe gate. Okay, because then I can just swap that on any given platform here. Color G. B. Color cyan. Magenta, yellow, white. Alright, and those all just line in just like that. Excellent. So that paints this shape here. Alright, so that'll get that job done. At some point I'll get blue trains, or another color of train. Okay, so now I have painting sort of solved. That took... Alright, so now we'll take the time and we'll rebuild, well, we'll finish building the rest of this, because this we need that on every layer. So now we need to take... Alright, yeah, and those filters aren't turned on yet because I don't have this wired up. So let's get that wired up. Excellent. So all of those are coming through. Alright, so those are working as intended. That's a 3-layer bit. Excellent, that's what we're looking for. So now, alright, so that's working. Uncolored is not red, it's not green, it's not blue, cyan, magenta, yellow, or white array. That's working. Not that these are getting filled at the moment, but you know. Actually, what I can do is for now, I can actually just run a second train line. I can just run a second train line through here. So we need... Alright, so let's just start the trains. Alright, so we have a train stop, fluid loaders. 1, 2, 3, 4. And these are in order already, which makes this really nice, actually. Okay, so now I need to make the trains. Make the trains themselves. Let's have a bunch of trains here with 4 fluid wagons each. We need the rails. So nice. Perfect. So for now that works with just the one level of train. It's the one bit of train there. You can see all the color rolling through into the loaders. There we go, making packages. Perfect. There we go. Even more trains. I always need more. Alright, well that solves secondary colors. I think the goal now is to just take this, copy paste the whole freaking thing. Two, three, for now 4. And then this is going to be right, because now we have to figure out different rotations on this bit here. Yeah. Alright. Oh, is that colors? Ooh, that's colors. Excellent. Nice. That's writing work. That's working well. Perfect. So that'll slowly fill up all of these here. There we go, we got some of each color now. Not that we need it, but that'll take enough, that'll be enough time. But for now, so now we want to work on a different piece of the rotation here. So what we want here, so instead of getting that piece, we're going to simulate a building, simulate a rotator, just one. And these should stay the same. So yeah, that should work fine. This logic should be the same. So this is going to be the northwest quadrant that we load up here. So let's I guess that's good enough. Anyway, so this should get us the northwest quadrant. Oh, except we're sending in the wrong rotator here. So let's go ahead and delete that and give us the correct cutter's northwest corner. The other stuff. Alright, that'll feed everything through here. Is that? So if I want the northwest corner, isn't right. For making a northwest corner? What the hell? My blueprint is misnamed here. This is giving me southeast. Okay, so my northwest blueprint is just broken. It's just passing in the whole shape. Oh, yeah, my northwest blueprint, it's actually the southeast blueprint. What the hell? Then there's some that are, but I am thoroughly confused. Okay, so we're just going to delete that entire block. Delete all of that. So if I want the northwest, I need to rotate clockwise. And then I need to destroy. And then I need to rotate. And I need to destroy again. And then I need to rotate 180. Alright, and that works on whatever, because, alright, so now I take this, save as, replace northwest, bam. Now I have a proper northwest corner maker. Oh man, that took a minute to figure that out for a second. What the hell? Okay. So then from here, okay, these are finally filled up. So we're starting to slowly see things come down this way. Okay, so I need to replace these. And then this is going to be southeast. Or southwest. That's going to be southwest. So this So then to get the southwest corner, I need simulate 2 rotators. And then to get the southwest corner, we reopen the blueprints. Alright, perfect. That actually is a southwest rotator. And then I need a southeast rotator here, or a southeast cutter. Yeah, those can happen. Those rotations happen in either order. So it rotates, puts southeast to the northeast, and then puts southeast back down. Alright, great. That is as it should be. No, don't do that. Cut, paste, anchor there, simulate 3 rotators. And this is southeast. Level 4 southeast. Perfect. Alright, and now things can come in line. Alright. Gives me the southeast corners. This gives me southwest corners. It's properly labeled. Great. Alright, and southwest. Northwest. Northeast. Okay, excellent. So now I need alright, so these are slowly filling in. Alright, good. I'm not worried about secondary colors for quite a while on these tasks that I'm on and I'm playing around with for now. Mainly worried about the shapes and their processing. Alright, so now I need to do another bypass sort of thing here. But I don't want it based on color. And I don't want this to happen either. I want okay. So then I want a flow control, give me a belt reader down there. fine for now, because I'll need them to go that way. Oh no, I need to put a rotator here. Oh, and then that flickered for just a second. Okay, whatever. Need... That should get me everything I need there, but I need to do some stuff with this. So we're just gonna break all of this for the moment. Just clear that. So I want to check what this shape is. Okay, so I want to check if a so I want to check okay, I'm not passing anything in, so I need to check. Alright, so this needs to come all the way down here to start with. I need space there for that, because I need to parse this shape. So I need to... So I have the belt reader, which is going to give me a signal shape. That just displays the entire contents. That's fine. So if this shape here, if we do a single rotate, and then we cut it in half, rotate it back around. And now let's get a display on this. Okay. Perfect. Alright, so this is going to join. No, I want to... Alright, so let's consolidate. Actually, let's consolidate from right to left. I think that's what I want to do. So southeast. Plus southwest. So if southeast and southwest. Okay, so I need this same basic piece here. Okay, so this is checking the north half, so I want to check the south half. Okay, so I'm getting the right piece here. Oh wait, no. That's the west half. So I need to rotate, cut. No, this is giving me the north half. So if I want the south half, I need to rotate. There we go, there's the south half. Alright, so this is the south half. So if this is the south half, this needs to just come out and go over here. Otherwise, okay. this needs. Perfect. Okay, so then this happens. Alright, so that'll send it. Okay. So this is not in the bottom half. So then it sends it over here. So this does the same check. So now I need stackers. So those will stack together and then join back in here. Cool, we've got almost a full load of colors, secondaries here. That's pretty good. That's good, good, good. Good to see. Alright. So now this. So this needs to check if it's the north half. If it's the north half, send it over here. So I need this over here. So that checks if it's the north half. Yep, that's just the north half. This is not the north half, it sends it over this way. So then over here, we need the stacker. So it'll send it into the stacker to say, hey, I'm not the entire piece. So it sends it out this way. So this is going to come in here, and this will come out, and these should come out, and probably converge into another one of these. But for now, so let's get... Alright, so let's just take this. Alright. Alright, this says, hey, I'm not the north half, so shoot it over this way. So then it comes out here, goes into the stacker. And so then all of this comes down here. And then I can run this, but instead of comparing against anything else, it just compares it directly against the entire shape. Alright, so it compares against the whole shape, sees whether it is or not, and then we have another stacker. This isn't completely handling blank corners. Alright, this should work. Oh man, this is a piece. I know there's optimizations that can be made. I have seen some screenshots of other people's, you know, full-on machines, but and they are much more, and they end up much more compact than this. But this is working, and that's good enough for me. Because if I can take this and I can just slam in a shape symbol here, then that's good enough. You just come down here and just be like, make this shape. Because the next bit, I'm going to have to add in extra layers here. I have to start, and then essentially doing this over, you know, just extending this functionality for the most part. But yeah, we're getting south halves, we're getting north halves. Oh, south halves coming in. There we go, now they're rolling. Starting to go. Heck yeah. Sweet. I need 1200, huh? Alright, lovely. Alright, great. That is working. 2 hours later, we have automatically making a single layer. Yes! Perfect. What that means is I can take this and I can copy this, extend it out, and then I have to play around with, at this level here, and get, so I'm going to have to start messing around in these pieces here to start processing extra layers off of them. So that'll be an interesting way to figure that out. And I already see one optimization I'd like to do, and that would be I already see an optimization I can make that'll help clean this up and make it go a little faster. But for now, we're going to let these fill up. Because with all of these, alright, that should be plenty there. So for now, we're going to delete all of this for the moment. Now what we want to do is we want to now we want to replicate this. Well, I know they're coming in from here for the moment, but for now I want to take this, I want to pass it, I want to update this, but I know the bottom layer is still the same. So I know I need a multi-layer system here. I know these are done. That's great. Alright, let's see how the rest of this is faring out. It's actually faring out the rest of this. Okay, so let's... Alright, so the way I have this set up, that actually just takes whatever the top layer is. Okay, cool. That's nice. Alright, so while that's happening, let's see what I can do here. Apparently there was some, it brought in some red, I guess, for whatever reason. Not sure what happened there. But, okay, I guess. Sure. Alright, so all of this, essentially all of this comes in. 22 points. At this point, we're just going to save up for faster stuff, bigger platforms, I think. Because we've got the train issue figured out. Alright, and so this... So I would be taking a second layer. So all of this then matches into this. So then all of this happens here into three, four. So that brings in so that brings in the final layers. And then here is where I need and now down here and so all of that's backed up here for the moment, which is fine. We can finish that in a bit. But I want to take this opportunity to bring this in and then check so is what I'm bringing in the entire shape? If what I'm bringing in is the entire shape, then it sends it here. Otherwise, it sends it over here, which is going to be a trash platform. This is fine. And that's funneling everything into the stackers. Which means it's not going to bring anything out for quite some time. But in the end, this should get some stuff stopped up, I think. Well, it's not handling gaps properly. Okay. Huh. So in theory, this shouldn't be sending anything through. If there's nothing. Alright, and that's not circles, so that assumes to send them off over there. Huh. Okay, so let's look at northwest. Northwest should be giving us something. Should be giving us circles. Circles coming down. Perfect. Circles coming down. Southwest shouldn't be sending anything. Southwest is sending nothing. Southeast should be sending circles. It should give me circles. Gonna clear everything. See what happens. Alright, so that's sending these circles in. Oh yeah, it's handling, it's not properly handling in case there's gaps. But that should be checking the top half. So it sends them down here. Right, and then there's some that are just going to get stuck in there because they think they need the other part of the top half. And then down here, these know they need to go get stacked. So over here, we're checking the... Alright, so we're checking the south half. This is matching the south half, so it sends them down this way. And because they match the south half, they just keep on following over here. And then they come in down here. And then they see if they match the entire top layer. So if this matches the top layer, I should be seeing some circles come through soon. Still some diamonds backed up in the system there. But I'm getting some circles. Excellent. No, I think the logic's a little messed up here. Let's... Okay, what do we need? So if this is the top layer, it is done. This comes in, if it is the top layer, it is done. I need to be popping things. I need to be doing unstacks and stuff. Alright. Oh, jeez. Alright. That's coming out. That's just giving bow ties the whole time. So that if that's the top layer, great. So here, this should be +2, plus... Alright, so this makes the top layer. So if this is the top layer, so this should be... No, if this is the top 2 layers, it should be layers 2, add in layer 3, add in the bottom 4th layer at the bottom, and then at the very end, is it the full shape? Okay. Alright, so so if this is the top layer here, so if this is full shape, so this is bringing in everything, this makes the top layer. So if this is the top layer, let it through, otherwise go to stack it. So this is the top layer. Huh. I'm trying to step through this logic and it's not. Alright. Debugging. Paying attention. I mean, right now everything is not the final shape, so it should be doing this. Yes. This is correct. This is correct behavior. Things are flowing through all of these steps when they really shouldn't be. So if this is the full shape, 3, 2, 1. Alright, so this here, this generates layer 1. This should be generating layer 1 plus 2. So this needs to so this should be tracking layer 1 plus 2. And this should be... Alright, so this generates layer 1. Period. And then this should be generating layer 2, layer 3, generate layer 4. And then this is the entire, the final check. If it's where it should be, send it. Otherwise, kill it. And so this is generating layer 1. So So this is not the full layer, that's not the full layer. Stack to make the full layer. So this needs to check if this is layer 1 plus layer 2. So to get layer 1 plus layer 2, I need to do so I need to do some unstacking and restacking lines here. Okay, so let's break this. So we're going to need to simulate a stacker at the very end. Okay. So I need to run another unstacker here. Okay, so if this is defined layers 1 plus layer 2, then that is going to be, okay, so I delete this. I can take these, and now I run a simulated stacker here. Excellent. There we go. And so that gets me that. Perfect. So now I need to, well, I can delete this, copy that, double check that I'm getting the same orientation here, even with flipping and whatnot. Alright, so that gives me the top layer, it gives me the second layer, stack them together, great. So that knows it needs to stack things, so they're going to the stacker there. And it doesn't look like I have anything else floating. Oh yeah, I do here. I'll just delete that. Just clear that for the moment. Clear that one as well. So now this needs to do a similar batch of stacking and unstacking. So to start with, we'll clear it, we'll copy it. So now we need to get layers 1 plus layer 2 plus layer 3. And then this just should check against if it's the whole 4 stack, which means I shouldn't use any, I shouldn't need anything else in there. But for now we're working on layer 1 plus 2 plus 3. Okay, so I need to get this bit and run it through another unstacker. Okay. Okay, so I need to take these. Should go up. So then this checks, these two are the full stack, so this needs to compare against so I need to check this side. Alright, so let's put a stacker here and a display. Oh, nope, I need... No, to make this... This is making... No, this is correct. These are the correct signal here. Okay. This is fine. This here, this is not fine. I have these unstacker bits going to the wrong side, so I need to take this, flip it this way. Ooh. No. No, that is wrong. We're just gonna scrap all of that. All of that is just gonna go. Okay, that gives me more room for this to come down here and do that. Okay, so alright, so that's the full bit. That's just the full signal. I need to run an unstacker. So that's the okay. There we go. That gives me the top. Okay. So that gives me here. I need another unstacker here. Alright, let's flip them this way, I guess. Actually, no. Okay, so this is the top. So now if I run a stacker up here, so that's okay. Alright, so that's that. That gives me this signal. Gives me this here. So I can take that, and now I can do another unstacker here. Okay. And so then this checks is it layers 1 plus 2 plus 3. Now let's double check this. Okay, so top layer, second layer, plus the next layer underneath that. That is the same shape here. So then if it's, so then here, it should just be a simple check. Is it the entire stack? If this is the entire stack, let it through. And then if this is the entire stack, let it pass through. Otherwise, if it's not the entire stack, it needs to stack to make up the final four layer bit. And then here is just a one final sanity check. Is it done? If it is done, then it moves on to the belt, otherwise it goes to the trash. Alright. I think that is... Alright, that is the final, like, consolidation routines right there. Because that is sending this. Yeah, that is sending the quarters to make the double corners, and then from the double corners it's reading that double corner that is not the top two layers. That is not the top two layers, so it sends it into the middle to get stacked, and then it'll find that it's not the top, find whether it's the top three layers or not, and then shoot it in. Alright, excellent. Now we can get to now we can move on to So that can start coming in. Okay. Alright, so that... Alright, that's going to make northeast corners. This will need to swap... Well, no, that's just painting. Well, no, this does need to break things out. So I'll need to adjust the wiring on some of these bits here. So we'll sort of start that now. So this needs to pop enough to make Alright, so this needs to pop to make layer 2. So to make layer 2, that comes out this way into unstack, give me the top. That's the bottom. And then that's this layer here. Alright, so it is analyzing layer 2. Perfect. So that is analyzing the second layer of this. So now I want to take this, I want to copy this, but instead of just sending it across, instead of just redoing this over and over again, I'm going to make a don't need all of that. So that doesn't analyze, which sends a true false. need to send the actual shape signal itself across. And that sends a rotator across it. Yes, there we go. No, it only ever needs one more rotation than the last one does. Perfect. Oh wait, no, this doesn't need rotators at all. Right? No, because this should be layer 3. This should be northeast. This shouldn't use any rotation. This should not use any rotation. Okay. Right, and then I need to similarly do this. I need to similarly do this here. So I need to take so I need to update so that's 3 wide, same as this. So this needs to, I'm just going to delete this. Copy paste this. Alright, so this gets us top layer, second layer, third layer. Second layer, we need this one. So here is where we analyze and put displays here. Alright, so it's analyzing null, that's fine. Oh, right, I never updated these for multiple layers yet. Well, I guess we're going to be getting on that here real fast, because we're going to need it. Anyway, this should... northeast. Northeast is null, so nothing should be happening, which is correct. Get that robot spam out of here. Don't need any of that. Okay, and so that fills in. That should be getting... That should take care of that. Obviously nothing should be flowing through, which is correct. That is correct behavior. Alright, cool. That's cleared. Oh, because this needs to get upgraded. Now this needs to be updated. So does this. This needs to get updated. So that's passing across that shape all the way over there. Right, and that's because that's getting a null signal. This is getting a null signal. That makes null equals null true. Imagine that. perfect. So that is working there. Excellent. Bam. Alright, so that's reading at a bunch of nulls, as it should be. That's reading at a null color, as it should be. Pass that across. Alright, so we have things doing. Alright, we got some wires figured out. Now it's just a matter of replication. And, yeah, I mean, now it's just a matter of replication. And, slight adjustments to make sure we're checking into the correct layer the way we should be. But until then, for now, I think it's just about time to take a break and have some lunch. So I'm gonna go ahead and call the stream here for now. I'll probably get back to this later today. Not sure if I'll stream it. I mean, I'm just replicating, just kind of replicating this, and expanding it. So I might not actually run that on stream. But at some point, I will, you know, I'll put things together, and then, you know, I'll have all this put together, and, you know, show it off a bit, throw some tasks together, you know, clear out a few, and then, maybe replicate some of this for milestone work. Nah, we're not going to replicate it for milestones. We're just going to do some milestones as they are, and just kind of, we're just going to do those as normal. Just kind of hard code those instead of trying to do this logical stuff. So for now, I think we're going to call it there. So until next time. Let's fix. Milestones are over there. Tasks are over here. Oh yeah, that was a new part of the new update for the .08 is any map markers you have, they now show up on the when you zoom out. Looks really nice. And you can actually see where it is as well, which is pretty good. Alright, well, we got it working for one layer. I'm sure we can get it working for a second layer and figure that all out. So until then, let's save the game, and we'll catch you all next time.